we had some technical issues. As you know that this online platform, in the beginning, we may face some technical issues too, because the online platforms are not always compatible to each one of us, because it may require certain parameters, and we have to follow that parameters, and everyone is not used to it. But anyhow, the time has come to unveil the curtain. At this point, I would like to invite Dr. A.S. Gangwar sir to open this session with his blessings, so that our resource person may be encouraged to take this particular session, even though it may have some problem with in starting the session. Gangwar sir, please bless the entire participant as well as the resource person, so that this session, the coming 15 days, may be much fruitful for each one of us.
Thank you, Father Regis Varghese. Good afternoon, one and all present here. First of all, wish you all a very happy, healthy and prosperous New Year. On behalf of Dr. Radhakrishnan, Saudaya School Complex, Bokaro, I extend my best wishes for the successful completion of the in-house training program. Though this is the first day, due to some technical issues, we could not start on time, but definitely from next day onward, everything will be perfect. I strongly believe that teaching should be a passion and not just a job. As teachers have the tremendous responsibility of shaping the generation. That will be the future of nation. And teacher training is the backbone of teacher skill set. I acknowledge the contribution of resource persons in advance who are going to provide informative, inspiring, and interesting insights into the teaching learning process. And through these training webinars for school leaders, we aim to transform the school education landscape through the promotion of professional standards and set benchmark in the area of holistic curricula, rooted in democratic values and ideas. I appreciate the efforts put in by Father Regis Varghese, DTC, and Sister Kamla Pal, Deputy DTC, in executing these webinars, who have initiated for all those teachers who have left, so that they are able to complete 25 years in-house training, 25 hours in-house training program, and the hard work put in by the technical team. Wish you all a very happy and enriching session ahead. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As it has been said that capacity building should be a must for every teacher, because we are the nation builders, and we have to set a benchmark, as rightly said by Gangwar sir, and the standard of the education should be improved each and every day, so that the coming challenges we can easily able to tackle, and we may able to press forward for all the value system, what we are expected from the education. On the other hand, the skill enhancement as well as the knowledge sharing, all these things have to be done through education. And all this can happen through collaboration. And this is an effort to collaborate with each other so that we can uh, uh, grow together hand in hand through the Sahodaya, uh, what the very aim and aspiration of this particular body is being said. So I thank Kangwa sir for giving a motivational message. I hope that this will set the motion go, and Rupam madam will surely able to move the entire 1 hour. Now she may be waiting for last 1 hour, I think. Now she may also have to further take 1 more hour for completion. So all the best, madam. On behalf of Dr. S. Gangwar sir, on behalf of our Deputy DC Kamla sister, and all those who are working behind it, all the best. Continue with your presentation, and we hope that this will be an enriching session for each one of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind concern and motivation. Am I audible to everyone? Please give me confirmation.
Yes, you are perfectly audible.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. So a very warm greeting to one and all present over here, and wishing you a joyous and prosperous New Year 2023. And may this new year be a step forward in leading you to a new adventure, new roads to explore, and new success to reach. So with this aspiration and hope, I, Mrs. Rupam, teacher DAV Public Schools Sector 4, Bokaro, presenting my topic, effective teaching learning materials. And I hope I'll try my best to justify the verse or the commitment which I have given to you. So just proceeding with my slides and the topic, effective teaching learning materials. So dear educators, it is very well said by Albert Einstein, it is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. So if we are talking about effective teaching learning materials, we need to know what is effective learning. As we all are aware, still we need to connect today with our tools. Effective learning is related to context and it is related to goals. An effective teacher, what qualities should we try to inculcate in ourselves? So we should plan effectively, has secure knowledge. These are the qualities to make you an effective teacher. Assesses thoroughly, use effective strategies, manages discipline, manages lesson flow, has high expectations, manages resources, manages time, and sets useful homework. Now, the second question is raised maybe in your mind. Teaching effectiveness, why it matters. We are not simply talking about teaching learning process. Today, we are talking about to make it effective. So why it matters in the journey of education. It is required to improve student learning. You do not change the structure. You change the instructional practices of teacher. The schools that seems to do best are those that have a clear idea of what kind of instructional practices they wish to produce and then design a structure to go with it. What is teaching aid? That is TLM. A teaching aid is anything that can be used to help reinforce new information or skills. It is helpful to consider the age of your student and the subject you are teaching. You must also consider your specific student. Do they need more active involvement? Do they prefer more serious teaching aids? Are they struggling with your subject? So create teaching aids that build on your student knowledge and inspire them to learn more. Teaching aid is a tool used by teachers to help learners improve reading and other skills, illustrate or reinforce a skill, fact, or idea, and relieve anxiety, fears, or boredom. This is the main part which we need to understand. Now, when we are talking about learning tools, it is very important to find out or to observe the learning pyramid. This learning pyramid is basically based on average retention rate after 24 hours in learner. You can find out with the help of this pyramid. When you are going to adapt lecture method, retention is 5%. Reading method, when you are applying, it is 10%. When you are moving one step ahead and you are utilizing audio visual, then retention increases slowly. It is 20%. When you are moving for the demonstration, it increases more, that is 30%. Discussion group method, here the percentage you can see the enhancement up to 50%. Practice by doing, it is now 75%. And teach others. What teach others? Where we are going to apply the varieties of the tools, that it increases to 90%. So here you can find out the last two methods, practice by doing and teach others, are more effective in comparison to lecture method. So the appropriate, definitely we need to talk about the appropriateness of instructional materials must be judged from the perspective of the student learner rather than the teacher's perspective. This is very important. Fine. So need, what is the need? Because it provides clarity. It provides clarity, attention, and interest. It is the best motivators, I can say. Use of maximum senses, saving time and effort, fixing and recalling the knowledge, meeting the individual differences, encouraging activities, introductory varieties, development of scientific attitude, direct experiences, promotion of international understandings. So what is the importance of teaching aids? We need to understand before using it. It supports lesson. It assists learning, it explains concepts and illustrate meaning. It facilitates teachers' work by promoting conversation in groups. It saves time and effort, make use of the five senses. This is very important. It arouses interest in the current topic as well. And the most important part, what should be the characteristics of good teaching aids? Because when you are going to apply, you need to understand the features. It should be suitable for the teaching objectives, means related to context, correlate with the text material and classwork, simplify the learning process, be of appropriate size and attractive, means to say it must be movable, it should be handy. Provide language experience to improve communicative competence. It motivates people to practice language individually, in pairs, or in a group. Clear and easy to use, available in the classroom or school. So these are the main features or characteristics that we need to keep in our mind when you are using the tools. Second most important thing is that when you are going to use teaching aids in mass, and when you are going to use it for individual person, so there should be some differences in tool selection. So this also we need to keep in our mind. So at this point, we can say that by three methods we may learn wisdom. And what are the three methods? First, by reflection, which is noblest method. Second, by imitation. Usually students are habituated with this type of imitation, which is the easiest method. Fine. And the third, by experience, which is the bitterest one. So these three methods we can adopt, and 3 E's are educate, enhance, and extended learning. When you are using the tools, you need to connect with these 3 E's. We have to educate the person, we have to enhance their knowledge, and we have to their extending learning capacity also. Now I'm coming to the topic, that is effective teaching aids. Definitely, this is not a simple teaching tools we are trying to talk about effectiveness of the teaching tools. First, we need to understand what are their types. It has been divided into audio aids, visual aids, and audio visual. So on this classification, on the basis of this classification, I'll proceed. But as per the NCERT, audio visual aids classification is little bit in a broad way, like graphic ads, audio ads, and display aid board. So there are many content, many things are there, which you can see here. 3D aids, process aids, and projected aids. All these are the classification given for audio-visual method by NCERT. So what is the importance of audio-visual aids? It is very popular Chinese proverb. I hear, I forget. I see, I remember. When I do, I understand. I think you got it, what exactly I want to say. So do, apply, review, and definitely you will learn the content. I hope this is very clear to you. Now, there is little bit changes in classification of audiovisual aids that also I want to share with you. On the basis of sensory organs, it has been divided into three parts, that is audio visual and audiovisual. Fine. On the basis of technology, it has been classified into hardware and software. And on the basis of projection, it has been classified as a projected aids and non-projected aids. So audio visual aids. Now I am focusing particular part, very first part. That is the aids which are using both of the senses. As I have told you earlier, this is the method, this is the way where we are using our five senses. The first I'm trying to connect the two senses, senses of vision and hearing together. It known as audio visual aids, where we are talking about films, television, video, and CD. So we will just see in all these slides what are their features. Fine. Films, when I'm talking about films, films are the versatile aids of teaching. The films are interesting and promoting the motivation. Along with it, it clears the concept and retain them in students' mind for a long duration. The children's film are having high educative value and fulfill their psychological need through color, music, and action. So you can see in this slide also the effect of pictures also on the student, and maybe you have tried in your school as well. These are the very common method nowadays we are using, but we need to turn over in some different way. If I'm talking about television, this is an evolutionary aid which combines the properties of radio and films together. It has amazing impact on audience, which move to the educationalists to use it in classroom. Now it becomes an universal phenomena, and latest electronic development have made it feasible. The television, which transmits the educational program automatically to student prescribed syllabus, is known as nowadays as an instructional television. So there are so many advantages also. The lesson content, demonstration, and other experiment can be transmitted in many parts of the nation as well as in other world also. Next is attractive. Still, I am on the audio visual tool. Fine. So this is next, that is attractive PowerPoint slides. PowerPoint presentation done in the form of slides and games are a critical component in the modern education system. And these can be used to help students learn from as early as the kindergarten level also. Computer is a popular teaching aid. Now we are here and we have connected with you only because of computer. So computers have become something of an unheralded giant in the modern education system, which provide a platform for making the teacher's job easier and more efficient also. Now, I'm talking here about visual aids, where the subject is too big to be handled easily, where the subject is too slow to be seen, and where the subject is too small, if the subject is far removed in time as in history, and when the subject is lying far too distant place. So subject is too small to be seen by the whole class when you are using visual aids. So here are some images also I have shared. Now, next I'm talking about here electronic whiteboard, also known as a smart boards. Many of you we are using. These are the latest thing to enter the world of modern teaching. Now, I'm going to talk about the blackboard. We all are familiar with this, but here also we can do some changes as per the need of the student. It is highly economical in terms of time and money. It is eye-catching and attention focusing, making drawing sketches and flow diagrams. It breaking monotony, combines visual and aural sensation. How you can expansion. Here I'm talking about expansion of Blackboard. How we can do. When you are working on the Blackboard, be kind. Use it systematically. Lay out the writing plan in advance. Arrange light, angle, glare, adequate if it is possible. Check colored chalks, eraser, ruler, pointer that is in your hand that you all can do, and keep the board neat, right, legible and orderly way. So this is called the expansion of Blackboard that you can enhance. Be judicious. Order or standing position. Attraction by capital letters, underline. Writing should be bright, straight, legible and horizontal. Drawing with purposefully. Effective use of Blackboard, as I have told you right now, the same content I'm delivering here. Uniform, neat and bold writing is very important. Uniform and straight writing. Correct and realistic representation on board is very important. Summary should be brief and a continuous whole. The teacher should be highly observant in order to avoid any sort of indiscipline in the class. Now the next content is chart. How we can utilize the chart? What is the role of the chart in as a teaching learning tool? Chart is a graphic representation of data from a worksheet. A chart is a useful way to present and display information or instructions. So it can range in size from a large wall chart to a single piece of paper. So it clearing up difficulties in comprehension. It stimulate interest and excite curiosity in child. It secure better attention and process fixing power. Long retaining of the fact in child memory remains when you are doing work with chart, diagrams and pictures. It cultivate power of observation and judgment, vividness and explanation of the concept. In that support, I'm just here is a different type of charts you can utilize. If I'm talking about chart, it is not a simple chart paper. There are varieties. You can reflect it, you can just present it, or you can give an idea to your student in a different ways. It can be picture chart, it can be time chart, it can be table chart, it can be graphic chart, flow chart, tree chart, and pie chart. So one by one, I'm just showing the example where our student has given presentation in different forms on the chart paper. Here they are talking about global warming. In this picture, you can see with various activities, they are showing the constellations, major, minor, Ursa constellations. Here they are talking about the planets. All the work has been done by the simple picture method or diagram method. In a simple way, the types of planets has been explained. Here the students are demonstrating the phases of moon. You can see the various activity. Definitely, I would like to discuss about this activity where a simple strip of paper has been used to conduct the quiz competition in the class itself. Their number at a time in your classroom, 40 to 50 students you can engage by simply writing the questions on the chart paper. And on the other hand, you can write the answer. You means to say your student can participate in writing the answer of the same questions. Like, what is breathing system? Explain the process. So in that way, involvement of why skeletal system is important for our body. So in the same way, the student can give answer also. It gives proper shape and postures to our body. Very simple way or very simple method. The point is that how you can involve students. There are how many joints in human body? So these are the simple questions which students have taken from their textbooks and they have displayed on the chart paper in the practice time. Now, the next part is that when you are using the diagram, when you are giving some concept or idea to this student, they can just draw these diagrams and they can talk about these diagrams. Aditya Chaudhary, of student of 5A, he has done marvelous work on Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. And so here previously I was talking about some general science work, but not only in one subject. I will try my best to share the work which has been done by the students in a different way. And that work has been used by us as a teaching tool. In SST, the food wall can be prepared not only in SST, in maths also, the fraction wheel, multiplication wheel, Demas rule, multiplication calculator, And the most important one, the types of angles. It can be presented on the simple chart paper by using the colored papers. Different angles can be shown in a nice way. And that is also very easy to understand. Fraction fish. They can enjoy the place value also. They have demonstrated very quickly. I'm showing you all these slides, then you can get an idea. So this is the model of watch. Here the student is talking about the capacity. They are talking about the weight of the materials. Now, if I'm converting little bit, I'm coming to the scrapbook work. This is also important tool. Here the students can enjoy doing work like anything. They can simply present the sense organs in a different ways. As you can see here, the presentation that can really attract the students. So these are the work, and this is again another display where the spices, pulses, and grains of different regions of India has been displayed by the students. Now, this one is another interesting part where we are talking about picture collage, where a teacher is trying to give introduction about the forest, that are different group of animals and different group of plants are available in the forest. So this is picture collage that anyone can prepare easily from the waste item. After giving idea, this is the presentation by the students. On Earth Day, also fingerprinting has been conducted on the same chart paper. So here I'm focusing on the only chart paper work. So dear educators, you just try to catch all these things, which can be done in an easiest way. Your different festivals, different occasions you can celebrate by using simple tool that I can say chart paper. Only methods are different. Here I'm talking about the scrapbook activity work, where students have pasted simply the flowers and their birds. So we are trying to show the relation. In maths, if I'll talk about the maths, sorry, this is English. Here we can talk about gender. We can talk about opposites. We can talk about ones and many. This is simple strip. Okay, and here one and many can be shown by the student easily without any pain. So these are this is Hindi work. Actually, I have tried my best to collect from all the subjects. Then you can get an idea. These works can be done easily on the chart paper, and where in Hindi also we can discuss about Sangya, Sarvanam, Vipratarthak sab. Everything is possible through this method. Only we need to add some art integration. Nowadays, CBSE is focusing on art integration method. So we need to work on it, and we all are focusing also. So there is every day something is new where we can add on the varieties. Fine. Just I'm jumping on the another one, the most important part, the flashcard. Flashcards are useful for drilling new letter, words, and other information. They are normally used in a classroom, but can also be used more informally. A flashcard is a part of set of cards on which are written items to be studied, and they are flashed by one to learner to elicit a quick response. Flashcards are a set of cards printed with information to be studied, such as definitions, formulas, later multiplication table, words. If there is an answer or solution to what appears on the front of the card, it is printed on the back so that the person showing the card can see if the learner answers is correct. So this is a vegetable mass, which we have used as a flashcard, where students can get an idea about the different varieties of vegetables, their nutrient values, and many more things. And what are their benefits? So this type of flashcards you can generate by your own. And this is this flashcard we have used on the blackboard, where we have introduced the different planets. Okay, and in that way, we have also organized one team in the classroom where the students will come and they will choose. They will choose any of the placard, any of the placard, and they can guess the name of the planet. Fine. And on the back side, their features and characters were mentioned. So in that way, you can create interest among the students also. Now, flip chart. What is flip chart? Flip charts are useful in teaching situations where you need to teach a number of people at a time. And they are used when books are unavailable, scarce, or too expensive for individuals to have their own copy. A flip chart is a collection of large pages which are bound together at the top. The pages are flipped or brought up and to be back as they are used. A flip chart is bound together at the top in such a way that the pages can easily turn and lie flat, like a calendar. So you can utilize calendar. Suppose in this calendar, student are showing is showing place value. So here you can add the multiplication table, addition and subtraction methods, anything. And you can give idea to the student. Most important and attractive part that we all are focusing on it nowadays, that is model. And even students are also showing interest when they have to prepare models. Models are the replicas or copies of real objects with suitable change in size, complexity, timing, safety, and cost factors. So we can classify simplified methods. Classification of models are in a different way. Like it can be simplified, scale, working, cross-sectional, and mock-ups. So in that support, I'm sharing images. You can get an idea. In this model, students are trying to show useful insects and harmful insects and their impact also. So you can see here with this tool, we can discuss about the parts of the flower and their functions as well. The most interesting session which I have conducted with this tool, I can say skeleton. So here a student has shown their interest, it was amazing experience for me. I can say here each and every student want to come up and they want to show the different body parts. Okay, different parts of the skeleton system. They were talking about the rib cage, they were talking about the cartilage, and they are talking about the vertebrae and joints, many more things. There are a number of things they have discussed. To this model, this is the simple model where they have used paper plates and many cutouts of animals. They can talk about the aquatic animals, their impact, how they survive under the water, and what are their basic needs, and how water pollution is affected these marine animals. So these are with one picture, one model, you can explain a number of things. Here we are trying to show you the life cycle of silkworm. This is a simple vision model, and here you can instruct the students ki what are the roles of our eyes, how it help us in a various ways. Simple model of tongue, you can see the involvement of a student. So yes, this is food pyramid. Definitely, I'd like to talk about this. In food pyramid, all the class student has involved like anything. And here the clay model of different fruits and vegetables has been prepared by the students. And we are using it as a teaching tool. You can see the engagement and the work of the students while preparing all these tools. My dear teachers, definitely I would like to add on one thing. When I'm talking about teaching tools or teaching aids or instructions materials, it is not like that any headache which we have to prepare or a school is bounded to provide it every time. No, it is the way where you can inculcate the ideas, the values, the imagination among the students. Your students are the best resource to prepare all these content, and you can prepare by your own and you can utilize it. Here in a simple plate, we are talking about balanced diet. We are talking about the nutrition values of the student. Just see the involvement of the student. We are talking about fast food also through paper craft method. We are showing the preparation of fruits and vegetables also. Yes. Now it's time to talk about the direct involvement of the teacher. We teachers are acting as a tool. Yes. When we are presenting ourselves in front of the student, we are working like a material, I can say. Here we are trying to show the importance of plants. Again, with the small act, we are connected with the nature, and nature always helps you when you are with the nature. So many things are available in our nature that can be worked as a tool. And after that, you allow a student to do work with that one. Fine. So that will be the repetition or reconnection, I can say. So here we are trying to give them idea about the herbs, shrubs, climbers, creepers, different shapes and size of the leaves, and many more things. When I'm talking about art integration learning, so through leaf, they have designed so many things. Just have a look of all these. And not only that, I just want to show you one of the image here. My student has used aloe vera. You can talk about the medicinal value of aloe vera. So this was quite interesting for the students as well as for us also. Now this is water wheel, where students are showing the live experiments. Here we are talking about the traffic signals. This is the best use of waste, I can say, in one demonstration. This is Hindi project where students are talking about how we can reuse the things and we should promote cleanliness. Here we are talking through this simple model. We are talking about how we should keep ourselves safe by washing our hand, how we can keep it germs free. So different ways, different methods of washing your hand, you can also display by this model. This is a simple model of food chain and simple way of preparation also, I can say. Now, simple keeping the vegetables and plants and fruits, we can talk about their nutrition values and what are different type of diseases occurs when you are not going to have all these vegetables and fruits. We can talk about the vitamins and minerals present in it. So in that way, the importance you can talk about. Okay, this is the best use of waste item, I can say. Mini botanical garden has been prepared by the students along with the teachers' involvement. Here they have created a small botanical garden by simply using the rolling wire, cable wire, and the waste disposable cups also. And they have planted so many medicinal plants like in tulsi, aloe vera, and other creepers also, climbers also, like money plant, and they have discussed about all these plants. So this type of garden can be created by you also, your student also, and it can act as a teaching tool for the student. If I'm talking about the simple breathing system, so many varieties are there, so many ways are there to explain it. This is a simple model. Now you can involve students in a different way where they can play with the balloons and pipes just to describe exhalation and inhalation process in respiration. This is exactly I would like to share with you the work of the student. This is the clay model of digestive system. Now coming to the next slide, here a simple model of water cycle. This is the simple model of mouth and their different parts, and test buds on the tongue has been explained. Now, through this model, we are trying to discuss about the seeds, the types of seeds, varieties of seeds. And you can say this is actually the art integration learning, where the simple things you have just presented in a designed way. Now, this is the simple method of germination of seeds and has been created by the student in a simplest way in the card form. So it is easy to handle, easy to display, and easy to explain. With the simple part of the plant, here we are trying to explain the difference between the stem and the branches and the trunk. Now, this is also different art. By using the simple bottle, he's trying to enter in the rocket science. Now I am coming to the maths. So just have a look, addition model, fraction model, multiplication table. So this is clay model, okay, which is showing the place value. So in different ways, the students are trying to engage themselves. Now in coming to the Hindi, Sangya, Sarnam, everything is demonstrated in a very artistic way by the students. Not only that, they have prepared several dustbins in a different ways and raising the voice to aware the people to just keep their surroundings neat and clean. So this is all about the model. Now coming to the next, that is graph. How graph can be added in our tool. So flat fixtures which employ dots, lines, or pictures to visualize numerical and statistical data to slow statistics or relationship. Effective tools for comparisons and contrasts. Graphs are by nature a summarizing device. A kind, what can be the different types? It can be a line bar, it can be a flannel circle or pie pictorial. So two just simple things I would like to share. This is the balanced diet chart, which you can show through the bar graph. Through the pie chart. And this we are trying to show the composition of air, showing the nitrogen 78% and other gases 1%, oxygen 21%. Simply by using the chart graph method, we can display to the student and we can explain it nice way. They have added also grain and pulses to make it in a more interesting way. and it becomes the eye-catching. Even not only that, we are trying to different expression of our eyes through this graph method also. Now, coming to the next one, that is cartoons, puppets, mask. A cartoon is an interpretive picture, usually a drawing intended to convey a message or point of view about things, events, or situations. It may take free use of exaggeration and symbolism. When I'm talking about puppet, we can't leave this one. Definitely, this is the most interesting part of the student, where each and every student want to come up and they want to show, they want to narrate a story, they want to narrate different poems and many more things. So in that way, you can also add on in your tool. Not only that, we have conducted Swachh Bharat Abhiyan also with the help of this puppet show. And this puppet is created by our own students under the guidance of the teacher. And we are using it as a teaching tool. Now mask, where we are giving ideas. This was the images which we have captured during online session, where each and every student has participated and they have just presented themselves in a beak form, in a different animals mask form. It was a great experience for all of us. So chart, diagrams, pictures, when we are using, what are their importance? It clearing up the difficulties in comprehension, elucidation of a statement. It stimulate interest and excite curiosity in child. It secure better attention and process fixing power. Long retaining of the fact in child memory, cultivate power of observation and judgment, vividness and explanation of the concept. Also we get from this. Now next is a flannel graph. It is also most important visual aid, generally used to display prepared diagrams without loss of time. Fine. So it is a simple device, can be improvised with the help of students and with the help of wooden board and flannel. Here you can see in the image, then concept will be more clear. Bulletin board, you can say the informative board, effective visual aid of teaching. It facilitates creativity. They collect, analyze, combine, and display the selected materials on it. It also gives the feelings of responsibility in the students. It works as a project for the students, and the display material is the result of active participation of the pupils and the teacher. Here, students are showing or displaying on the board, and different topics we have taken for that. Now, the last, we are trying to touch the auditory aids, how it can be helpful for us. The aids which are involving the sense of hearing are called auditory aids, and these aids includes radio. So radio, how it is important. It is an instructional aid, focus of attention after estimating its accountability in a spreading of education. It broadcasts programs for mass education, awareness, health, agriculture, and their right. It becomes an invaluable asset in faraway asset of the country by utilizing the rich educational offering of radio. Children and adults in communities, however remote, have access to the best of the world's store of knowledge and art, undoubtedly. So value point, you can understand very well. So current information worldwide, it works as a window to the world. Bring a sense of participation on the part of pupils. Remove monotony of the class when you're using the radio as a tool. Some speech, lectures, diagrams are the pieces of great enjoyment for everyone, and it is a mean of supplementing, vitalizing, correlating, and modernizing the materials of the textbook, I can say. Tape recorder is also the oldest way, but definitely we can utilize it as per our need. Indispensable aid can be effectively used by a skilled teacher. The talks of a scientist, leader, or some other significant person can be recorded and reproduced in the classroom. And these talks work as a stimulant in learning. The speech of a person can be recorded at any time, and it can be used for a number of times. So it can be vigorously used in music learning, whether vocal or instrumental in nature. Now, the most important thing, the learning through experiments and observations. Definitely, this can be an amazing tool. So through this image, I just want to share with you the simple experiment. Air is required for burning. We can show to the student. Here we are talking about the properties of air. Air occupies the space. Air has weight by simple methods, by using the balloons and simple candles and glasses. So these are our tools. which is just with us. We need to find out. If I'm talking about the germination, we can use varieties of seeds. We can just observe the growth of the seeds. We can make a table and we can just find out their growth stages also. So these are the some of the experiments which has been done by the students. Why I'm showing you onion? Yes, I'm talking about this is also our tool where I'm showing you the growth of black fungus. Where I'm showing you lemon, it means I'm showing you here the growth of black fungus. Here in coconut, we are trying to show you the growth of green fungus. So I hope it is so easy to understand. Tools are just around you. You people need to find out, you need to understand as per your need, as per the need of your student. Means, as I have told you earlier, as per the perspective of the students, we have to do planning. Now, the last most important part where I'm talking about building as learning aid. Dear educators, wherever your students can approach easily, that place you can make as a learning place. Either it may be window, it may be fan, it may be wall of your school, it may be stairs, it may be any corner where you can develop by yourself the teaching learning tools. Here are some of the pics I'm sharing with you. You will get an idea how you can just proceed with this topic. So these are the simple, suppose if you are engaging students for measuring the height and weight of the student's height, the simple scale formation in any corner of the school wall, you can create in an artistic way. So that is the tool. That is the tool which you are utilizing in your teaching learning process. So that exactly I want to tell you. You can give an idea of shapes, you can give an idea of alphabets and many more things. You can develop the scientific attitude of the students. You can make some corners where you can talk about the scientific discoveries, our leaders, our heroes, and many more things. This is the simple corner which we have created in our school where we adjusted all these tools that students can visit in our school just to see these things. They can identify these animals with different masks also they can wear. So we are also trying here to just inculcate all these teaching art integrated teaching learning method in our students. So these the small corners you can create by yourself also. So at the end of this, I can say a teacher affects eternity and he can never tell where his influence stops. So close. Dear educators, I hope today whatever I have shared with you is definitely going to add something best in your teaching learning process. Only my request is that you just raise your one hand and you will get thousand of hands. Thousand of hands means to say you're a student because your best resource is your student. And teaching tool is nothing. Teaching tools are simply, it is just around you. You need to find out the way to explore your ideas. So just try to work with the students to get the best. So before ending this session, I'd like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all the dignitaries of the organizing committee, Father Reggie C. Vergis, DTC Bokaro, A.S. Gangwar sir, President Dr. Radhakrishnan Sahodaya School Complex, Bokaro, Sister Kamla Paul Bihari, Deputy DTC Bokaro, Amit Kumar Singh, STNC MGM Senior Secondary School, Bokaro, Sanjay Kumar Senapati sir, STNC Holy Cross School, Baliti, and a special thanks to Vinay Seetal sir, Technical Head. Without that, nothing is possible. And ultimately, my sincere thanks to our pillar and source of inspiration, Shri Arun Kumar sir, Jharkhand, ARO Jharkhand Zone G, and our principal, Shri A.K. Jha sir. So thank you to all for your worthy support, your presence, and your patience just to complete this session successfully. Thank you and have a nice day. Vinay sir?
जी मैम।
हाँ, my session is over now, sir.
ओके मैम।
Okay.
अटेंडेंस का लिंक डाल दिया गया है। अटेंडेंस के लिए सारे अटेंडी अपना अटेंडेंस मार्क करा देंगे।
Can I leave now, sir?
या मैम।
Thank you, sir.
संजय सर, अमित सर,
बोलिए।
लिंक डाल दिए हैं सर
हाँ
अटेंडेंस का।
ठीक है। टीचर्स kindly fill up that link and that accordingly will take the attendance and do it properly. आदिब अहमद कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं? आदिब अहमद। Any problem is arising, kindly message to the group. Respective STNC can send the message in the group.
So, where is show attendance link, sir?
Attendance link is not visible.
Not visible, sir.
Attendance link is not visible, sir.
Okay. wait.
Attendance link is not visible.
It is in chat box.
It
It is in chat box.
Chat box is not visible.
Yeah. Sir, there is a 3 dot. You can
Yes.
tell
From where can we access chat box?
3 dot, sir, where you can disconnect your chat. There is 3 dot. You just touch that dot and you will find chat box.
Chat box is there, but it is not just started.
Only
The chat box is
It is not active. Chat box is not active. It is not
active.
Chat box is not active in this three dot.
Chat box is not active.
Yes, ma'am. Chat box is not
The chat box is active in laptop but not in mobile, sir.
Sir,
Chat box is
Mobile,
active
sir.
in laptop.
Yes,
laptop
ma'am.
or
Chat
desktop,
box
but
is
in
not
mobile.
active.
Okay. That problem is arising, no?
Sir, as we have attended, it means it will be after attendance only. Excuse me. As we have attended the meeting, that will mark as the attendance only.
But I have marked my attendance from chat box only.
Chat box is not visible, madam.
I have also marked my attendance in the chat box, sir.
Chat box is not available in mobile phone.
That
Three
will be
dots.
marked as attendance only. It's available in the bottom side, sir.
It is not
There is three
available in the
dots.
laptop as well.
तो ही नहीं करा chat box में.
The chat box is not available on mobile devices.
Chat box is not available. Okay, not active in mobile phone.
Just now I have shared from where you can find chat box.
Attendance link not visible.
Chat box is not available in mobile.
It is on.
$140.
Hello.
140 grams. This is a pressure bar.
The audio is not coming.
To reduce its vapor pressure.
Am I audible to you, all of you?
I am muted.
Reduce its vapor pressure
Yes, the chat box is working.
to 80%.
And I fill the form also.
Chat box is not available, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Chat box is coming and Google form is also coming. I fill the form. Sir, it is not showing the phone. Sir, Bhushan, it is not showing in the phone. Here it is.
Mobile available hoga, chat box will not be available. Only the laptop or desktop it will be available. Kindly follow the group. In a STNC group, I'm sending the link, and through that link only it will follow it. Then automatically your attendance will be given. Thank you, everybody.